5-year-old Griffin, hippotherapy has opened up a whole new world. Griffin uses hippotherapy to help build strength and improve his balance and coordination. For the past 5 years, Griffin has been going to Smiles, a therapeutic riding facility in Darien, Wisconsin.
Griffin was born premature, 3 weeks premature, born 4 pounds, 10 ounces, and we noticed when he was about 7 or 8 months that he was not reaching those milestones, and we were getting concerned about lack of eye contact, not rolling over and sitting up and doing all those typical baby things. So at about 7 or 8 months, we talked to our pediatrician, and he recommended that Griffin start a birth to 3 program where therapy comes into your home, PT, OT, and speech, and works with your child until they transition into early childhood and then eventually kindergarten. So we noticed as a baby that he remained small. It was really hard for him to put on weight. He was an incredibly I don't want to say fussy eater, but it was difficult for him to even suck from a bottle, and it took him a long time to learn to eat mashed baby food, those kinds of things. And his muscle tone was low muscle tone. He was diagnosed with low muscle tone right around 9 months, and then at 1 year, actually diagnosed with cerebral palsy. And she works out here at Smiles. She has her own hippotherapy business called Form to Function. She works with kiddos ages 3 to adulthood, and she's working with my son Griffin right now. Part of his day consists of, or part of his session I should say, a half an hour of occupational therapy in her room, and then a half an hour of riding time out in the arena with his horse Jake. And I'm just going to ask Beth a few questions. Why did you choose hippotherapy?
I've always loved horses. They've always been a part of my life. But I knew I always wanted to do occupational therapy. And then when I found out about hippotherapy, I figured that was the perfect meld to what my education is and my passion is, as well as my I'm sorry, I'm trying to do as well as my hobby. Griffin specifically, his frustration tolerance really has improved with a lot of activities since he started riding. He had a pretty low frustration tolerance initially, and now he's able to allow me to do hand over hand, or actually me doing it. His hands are on top of mine, doing an activity several times, and then I move my hands outside his hands, we do an activity, and then eventually he does it on his own. So he's definitely got a method to his learning, and and as soon as he masters something, he's mastered it. His confidence is there. But any new activity you throw at him, he needs that prompting, which is fun. That's the way he learns.
Well, I was at a conference for other moms and dads throughout Wisconsin called Parents as Leaders, and one mom spoke up during this conference and said that hippotherapy was helping her girls learn to walk, and among a lot of other things. So I approached the mom and asked, what is hippotherapy? She explained, and the rest is history. Around 19 months, 20 months, he rode his first horse. The first time he was on his horse, he looked over at me like, is this okay? And he perched his little head up, and he just felt it. It was like his eyes got huge. They did a circle around the arena, and a smile came over his face, and it was just awesome.
A horse's pelvis has the same three-dimensional movement as a human. In hippotherapy, a rider sits relaxed on his horse. As the horse walks around an arena, the rider feels the rhythmic movement of the horse dropping one hip and then the other. The rider's pelvis is tilted forward, then straightened and rotated from side to side. This movement simulates walking and gets the rider to move his pelvis in a more normal pattern. Both sides of the rider's body are being exercised, and the rider has to use his core and upper body muscles to maintain a stable position on the horse.
The biggest change I've noticed really is his confidence. I mean, he struggled, and it took him until he was 3.5 to learn to walk. He used a walker in the beginning. He's had braces on his feet called sure steps, and he had numerous other types of therapy, but taking him out to Smiles was a reward for him. It was not really work for him as much as it was excitement, and putting him on a horse makes him feel confident. Putting him on a horse makes him feel special, unlike anything I've ever seen before. It's made him stronger. I do believe he learned to walk because of riding a horse. Thank you so much to Smiles, the staff. We could do this without a place like this existing. I'm so glad that that mom spoke up that one day, and I, just went right up to her and asked her, "What is hippotherapy? What is this all about?" It's enriched our lives. My son is so happy on his horse, and I just can't help but smile when anybody asks me about this type of therapy or does ask me about Griffin. Let me tell you about Smiles. I want to ask you a question. Why do you think Brother rides horses out here at Smiles?
Because it helps him walk better.
Helps him walk better? What else does